We welcome you to the Enderan College's Gymnasium here in Taguig City as we bring you the Sweet 16 round of the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024. Our game at hand is between the Cinderella Perpetual Help Laguna Saints, ranked 25th, versus their brothers from Las Piñas, the number 9 seed Perpetual Help ALTAS. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Diego de la Paz, and with me is Martin Daez, and of course flanked with our courtside reporter Daphne Lozano, who will man the sidelines for our upcoming matchup. Let's take a look at both teams in their last outings. Perpetual Help breaking a lot of brackets here. Bracket-busting victory against Centro Escolar University Scorpions last August 4, 76-72, while the Perpetual Help ALTAS handily defeated their fellow Southie St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen 67-53. But before we further discuss this match at hand, let's go to our Coliseum announcer, Ryan Anthony Pajaro, for the introduction of the starters. Starting fives on your screens right now for Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. It's Jester Conde, John Magpali, Cesar Sandoval, Joaquin Manlapas, and Mark Malaka. While for Perpetual Help ALTAS, it's Josh Alcantara, Christian Pagaran, Iniga Montemayor, Eman Pizarro, and JP Boral. And action has started here. The Saints could not get their first basket of the afternoon. And so does Perpetual Help, who won the tip earlier.
So battle of the brother schools here.
Yes.
Perpetual ALTAS going up against Perpetual Biñan. Going to be an exciting matchup ahead.
Definitely. Let's see if there's no love lost between these two brother schools.
And okay din eh. I spoke to head coach Victor Escudero before the game, and even for him, he was very humble in the way that he approached it. Said that they have everything to gain from this ball game and nothing to lose. A great approach from the head coach of the Perpetual Biñan.
Yeah, definitely. The NCAA South fourth placers in the recently concluded season 25. So that was back in July. So not too far ago. So fresh. So Perpetual Laguna is still fresh from their Mother League competition. 5 seconds on the shot clock. The floater, no good for Josh Alcantara. And the long rebound by Eman Pizarro. Alcantara still no good. And basket lid is shut here for Perpetual.
University Perpetual Biñan playing with a lot of intensity to start off this ball game.
A lot of intensity, a lot of fire, a lot of courage. All the extremes.
Yes.
I think we could say about the
Most
Saints.
definitely. Malacca.
Yeah, the floater no good for Mark Malacca. And here comes Josh Alcantara. Gives it up to Eman Pizarro. Pizarro trapped at the corner. Shot clock down to 10. JP Boral hands it off. Jumper up and still no good for Christian Pagaran.
And si Christian Pagaran, the top performer in their last game with 20 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 steals. Let's see if he can get going here for the Altas.
And JP Boral gets the foul on the drive to the hole. And he will be shooting 2. And by the way, JP Boral and Christian Pagaran are 2 of the 7 players that were left from the previous regime of Perpetual Help under Coach Mike Sagigit, who is now handling the Olivares College Sea Lions.
And yun nga yung sinabi ko kay Coach Olsen, no? As you see, JP Boral knocked down that second free throw. Yung Perpetual Altas team na to is not necessarily rebuilding, but they are revamped with only 7 of their previous players coming back and suiting up this year. So it's going to be interesting to see this new look Perpetual Altas team in the Big Dance Tournament.
10 seconds on the shot clock for the Saints. The jumper up and no good for Joaquin Manlapas in a one-and-done possession that lasted nearly the entire shot clock. And we have a whistle on the floor against the Perpetual Laguna Saints.
And let's see as well if Joaquin Manlapas, top scorer in their previous game with 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 block, can get going as well here for the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints.
So the Saints already with 3 team fouls, 1 away from reaching penalty.
And that's the price you have to pay at times with playing such overly eager defensive.
JP Boral backing down the defense, and what a spin move! Driving baseline is JP Boral.
Beautiful move there from JP Boral, showing the footwork. Another one of these key players to watch out here for the Altas.
4-0 in favor of the maroon shirts. Chloe Aguinaldo pulls up, jumper no good, and the rebound gathered by Perpetual Laguna.
Okay din yung pangalan ni Aguinaldo, no? His name is Morpheus Chloe Aguinaldo.
Whoa.
So, in honor of the Matrix, right?
6:20 remaining here in quarter number 1. Here comes Eman Pizarro. The drive gets blocked, but first a foul against the Saints.
I love the game of Pizarro. Just your prototypical stretch big who's able to get into the paint, play from the low post, and also facilitate for his team.
So Jester Conde caught with his hand in the cookie jar on that drive by Eman Pizarro, and 2 foul shots on the way.
Great stroke there from Eman Pizarro.
So right now, Coach Olsen Racela, who previously handled the FEU Tamaraws of the UAAP, back in the collegiate ranks. And 2 free throws cashed in by Eman Pizarro. And we saw earlier that Coach Olsen was giving pointers to Inigo Montemayor on how to do proper defense.
Oh. And of course, what a blessing, no, for the Perpetual Altas to be under the tutelage of one of the best coaches and players here in the Philippines, of head coach Olsen Racela.
Eman Pizarro skied high for that board. And here comes the Altas. Montemayor kicks it out. Great ball movement finds its way to JP Boral. Boral driving, slicing that defense like a hot knife through butter. 8-0 start for the Perpetual Altas, and the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints call timeout. We'll be right back.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
And we are back live from Enderun Colleges in Taguig City as we bring you our second game of our quadruple header this Thursday afternoon. Perpetual Help Altas up 8-0 against their brothers from Laguna, the Saints.
Beautiful defense being shown here by the Altas in that 1-2-2 half-court press.
And a fast break layup is good for Christian Pagaran. Same 5 for the Altas, even coming out of that timeout.
1-3-1 press here on the half court with JP Boral at the front of it.
10 seconds on the shot clock for Perpetual Laguna Saints. Nice find. Great ball
Beautiful
movement.
play.
Yes. And that layup is good for Cesar Sandoval.
That's exactly how you want to dissect it. Hit the middle, then hit the cutters.
Entering the ball game, by the way, is Axel Manuel for Coach Olsen Rosella.
And actually, si Axel Manuel, former player yan ng Saints.
Ah, yeah. That's what Coach Olsen said. So he's playing against his former team in this ball game today.
A little bit of a homecoming for Axel Manuel.
Shot clock down to 10, and we have a foul against Perpetual Help Altas. We've got 4 minutes and 6 remaining here in quarter number 1. Before we continue with this ball game, let's go to our courtside reporter Daphne Lozano with this report on the Perpetual Altas.
As this is a battle between Our Lady of Perpetual Help Schools, the start strong and play strong. Since they are the mother team of their school, they have to live up to the standards set upon them. Even if Coach Olsen Rosella said that there's no pressure on their end, they still have to win this game so that they can avoid an upset and proceed to the next round. So far, they have indeed started strong with a 10-0 run. And let's see if they'll sustain this and play stronger until the end. Back to you, Martin and Diego.
Thank you very much, Daphne Lozano, with that report on Coach Olsen Rosella's team, the Perpetual Help Altas, and they have jumped out of the gates with this 10-2 lead. Definitely surprising their brother school from Laguna.
And maganda yung sinabi ni Daphne no? Obviously for head coach Nat Rosella and the Perpetual Altas, they're trying to set a tone here.
Yeah.
And also show na sila rin yung main school and kind of set the example here in this ball game.
Oh yeah, definitely. Coach Olsen Rosella, coming from a very distinct background, coming from his playing days in Ateneo, winning program there, going to San Miguel Beer, another winning program in the PBA, and now taking those winning ways and teaching them to this young Perpetual Help Corps.
And exactly, no? Grabe, napaka-blessing talaga for Perpetual. Obviously, Coach Olsen, a proven winner, as he mentioned, all throughout his life, really.
Yes. And of course, with FEU, not to mention FEU, the way that he led the Tamaraws to successive finishes in the Final Four. What a block by Christian Pagaran.
Christian Pagaran showing the bunnies there. Getting up and swatting that layup.
My goodness. Somebody checked if that man has some jet rockets on his back.
Grabe talaga yung mga bata ngayon.
What are they feeding them? A jumper, no good for Kenneth Eugenio, and a long rebound by John Abis. Down to the last 2 minutes and a half here in quarter number 1. Wide open three. Too strong for Mark Goho Cruz. A steal by Axel Manuel. The drive. And it's lost out of bounds. Last touch by Perpetual Laguna.
So far, the Saints unable yet to find their groove in this ballgame.
Jericho Nunez. One of the few holdovers for Perpetual. 10 seconds on the shot clock here for Mark Goho Cruz. The drive, floater, patay ang butike. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Leaner is good.
Ryan Manuel showing the touch there as the shot clock was winding down.
Perpetual up big here, 13-2.
Let's see here how the Saints respond.
Kenneth Eugenio gives it up. Shot clock down to 10. 5 seconds on the shot clock and an empty possession for the Saints.
I'm sure there must be a little bit of intimidation here from the Saints, obviously going up against, kumbaga parang yung older brother nila.
Yes. Wide open three for the Saints. Short. And the rebound by the Altas.
Wala pang rhythm dito yung Saints.
Yeah, it's like maybe it's also the long trip all the way from Biñan, Laguna here to Taguig City.
Obviously, the Saints having to travel to all the way here to Manila for this ball game.
And what a find underneath the basket to Cedric Abis for that layup. 15-2. 45 seconds remaining.
Beautiful backdoor cut there from Abis.
John McPeely. McPeely with 10 on the shot clock. Takes it strong himself. The floater is good. And Coach Olsen Rosella not happy with that defensive sequence.
Let's see if that shot from McPeely can get the Saints going a little bit here.
And a steal. Another drive. And the recovery there by Kenneth Eugenio. And Coach Olsen really, he's just set aside there.
He's livid here on the sideline.
Yeah, definitely beside himself. 6 seconds remaining. Manuel gives it up to Abis. Nice find. Extra passing here. Nice find underneath to Eman Pizarro to beat the quarter buzzer. 17-6 for the Altas. So it's the micro adjustments here for the Altas. That's what they need to do as they head into the second quarter with a 17-6 lead. We'll be right back with more Sweet 16 action in your Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Nagbabalik tayo sa loob ng Enderun Gym in Taguig City as we bring you the Sweet 16 round of your Pinoy Liga Cup, the Big Dance 2024. Perpetual help Altas with a beatdown of their brothers from Laguna, the Perpetual help Laguna Saints, 17-6. As we begin the second quarter of play.
Same 1-3-1 half-court press applied by the Perpetual Altas. See here how the Saints respond.
Yeah, the Saints have been answering right back with those transition plays, but looks like they have to figure out how they will crack the Perpetual help Altas defense on their half court.
Medyo nahihirapan pa sila dito. Obviously, the Altas posing a lot of size on that press as well.
Not only size, but also versatility, especially coming from that guy number there, JP Boral. One of the veterans here, remaining from the Mike Sagigit years of Perpetual help.
Yes, exactly. As you mentioned, that's the perfect word for JP Boral. Just extremely versatile in the way that he plays, both offensively and defensively.
8 seconds on the shot clock for the Saints.
Coach Victor calling out the play here.
Trying to find a way to cut through this Altas defense. Floater no good. Second chance. This time good.
Levin Malacca showing the relentlessness on the boards there.
So that took a while for Perpetual help to get another basket.
Medyo nahihirapan pa sila dito. They haven't quite figured out the defense of the Altas.
Sean Orgo. They go underneath here to Nat Sevilla, and we have another whistle on the floor. And the foul against Bill Garcia. Richard Movida entering the ballgame for the first time for the Altas. Baseline inbound for the Altas.
Actually, si Richard Movida, kalaro ko siya sa Papawi, so it's great to see him here suited up for the Perpetual Altas.
10 seconds on the shot clock for the Altas. Movida having a little trouble here. Swing passing here. 3 on the way for Sean Orgo. No good. And the putback. No good for Nat Sevilla, but he gets fouled.
And that's where this Perpetual Altas team is so dangerous. Obviously, with their size advantage, being able to control the boards early on in this game.
Two on the line here. Nat Sevilla making the first of 2. Ralph Kaugiran about to check in for the Altas. 18-8 is our count. And another empty possession for the Saints. And here comes the Altas on the run. Movida gives it up to JP Boral. They dump the ball down low to Nat Sevilla. Sean Orgo. The fake, the jumper from mid-range. That is just sweet.
So smooth from Sean Orgo. Beautiful mid-range jumper there.
20-8 is our count. Now the Saints finding themselves in a deep hole.
A little bit of a pickle here for... Pero nilinig ata tayo ni Galay.
Yeah, Leonard Galay from long distance makes this a 20-11 ball game.
Galay saying, we're right here, we're not going anywhere.
Sean Orgo. Right now, great ball movement by the Altas. Another 3 on the way. Bang! Bang! Boom! Richard Movida from long distance.
Richard Movida showing the range there for the Altas.
Maxino gives it up to Bill Garcia. Shot clock down to 10. They go to Mark Malacca, short. And here come the running Altas once again. Movida gives it up. Another 3 on the way. Off to the right though for Jericho Nunez.
What a rebound by JP Boral, just trying to get that.
Once again, great ball movement by the Altas. The drive, the kick out to the corner. Another 3 by Sean Orgo, no. Sean Orgo recovers. This time, nice find underneath to JP Boral. Boral backing down the defense. Nice extra pass, but no good for Nat Sevilla. And here come the Saints. It's a 1-on-3, but not a problem in transition. That layup scored by Mark Malaka.
And this is what the Saints are going to want to do. If they want any chance of winning this ball game, they need to convert on those transition buckets.
But again, they could not trade baskets here. That is one thing they cannot do, especially with the Altas, with the superior offense so far. And Jericho Nunez got called for that offensive foul. And one thing interesting also from our conversation with Coach Nash earlier was that basically this is a clean slate for all of these players. Whether you played under Coach Mike Sagigit or whether you got recruited. If you don't listen to him, you're out of you're out of the ball game.
Exactly, you know. And obviously Coach Olsen, he has this background of being an affirmative coach. And so the only thing that he's really looking for is discipline from the players. So let's see how the players respond here to Coach Olsen.
It's a baseline inbound here for Perpetual Help Laguna. Shot clock down to 14 seconds.
See what the Saints draw up here.
23-13, still a 10-point lead for the Altas. Great inbound play there, but they just couldn't convert underneath the basket.
Again, that size posing to be a little bit of a problem here for the Saints.
Past the halfway point of quarter number 2, and a transition layup, good for Nat Sevilla.
Getting that tough shot to fall through the contact, Max Sevilla.
And Sean Orgo, a little too aggressive on that play, gets called for that foul.
And Nat Sevilla, another one of these tough players, these gritty players for the Altas who provides such a steady presence for head coach Olsen.
Cedric Abis back in the ball game, replacing Nat Sevilla. Quality minutes on the floor for Sevilla, by the way. 4.5 to go here in half number 1. Chloe Aguinaldo gives it up to Aldrin Clemente. 4 on the shot clock here for Mark Malaka. The fade, no good.
Tough shot there from Malaka.
And Cedric Abis with the rebound. Orgo, the forward pass. Nice find. Midi, no good for Christian Pagaran. 25-13. 4 minutes remaining. Here comes the Saints, the drive. And looks like Chloe Aguinaldo lost the handle on the way up.
Fumbled the ball a little bit there on that drive. Again, just the pesky defense being shown here from the Altas.
7 seconds on the shot clock. Quick jumper. Doesn't get the lucky roll, was John Magpili. And here comes Perpetual. Montemayor. Shot up. Good in position. Inigo Montemayor.
A tough bucket from Inigo Montemayor. Just jumping straight into the body there of his defender.
Reckless abandon. No good on that jumper was Aldrin Clemente.
Saints need to be careful here. The game could get away from them.
Right now, the Altas tried to make some offense there, but stolen away by Clemente. Ball movement here by the Saints, trying to find an opening here. The kick out pass. They find its way to John Magpili, no good.
Medyo lumamig na rin dito yung Saints.
Yes. And that inside pass there by Cesar Sandoval doesn't hit the roller. The Perpetual Help Altas call timeout, 27-13, with 2 minutes and 42 remaining in the second quarter. And we're back inside the Enderun Gym in Taguig City as we bring you the Sweet 16 round of your Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024. And with a report on the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints, let's go to our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano.
Huddle coach Vic Escudero of the Perpetual Saints instructed his boys to refrain from committing turnovers and to do what they can in keeping the players of the Altas away from the paint despite the height disadvantage. Coach Vic also pushed his boys to fight against the intimidation because he knows that they are capable. They just have to maximize their strengths, which is running, and see where this can lead them. Back to you, Martin and Diego.
All right, thank you very much, Daphne Lozano, with that report on the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. And yes, I know this for a fact that I've noticed the teams that have been playing here so far in our big dance, that if you're not playing in the NCAA or the UAAP, you know, there's some intimidation factor when you're playing against the schools from the big leagues.
100%, Diggs. And of course, equally as this is much a great opportunity for them, it's also equally nerve-wracking then for these teams, no? Especially for the Saints who are going up their big brother school pa.
The Perpetual Laguna Saints finished 4th in the recently concluded NCAA South Season 25, and a three-point bucket there generated by Chloe Aguinaldo, cutting this deficit to 12.
So Saints finding ways to just stay in the ball game here.
Correction, make that 11 points, 27-16.
Just when you think that the lead's gonna blow out of proportion, the Saints just finding ways to stay in it.
Shot clock down to 14 for Perpetual Help Altas. Finds its way to Josh Alcantara. They need to put up a shot here with the shot clock winding down. And the shot clock buzzer sets off in the hands of Mark Goho Cruz. And it's a shot clock violation against the Altas.
So good stop here by the Perpetual Saints. Let's see if they can get a little run going here.
JP Borrell quickly reinserted to the ball game, replacing Inigo Montemayor for a little bit of size here for the Altas.
Back to the 1-3-1 half-court press. Let's see if the Saints can find a way to break it.
No, they didn't, because there's a steal by Marco Cruz. Josh Alcantara needs to bring it forward. Marco Cruz, bounce pass here to JP Borrell. Borrell, no look pass, tried to find its way to Eman Pizarro, but goes out of bounds instead. And just like that, Coach Victor Escudero of the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints calls timeout. We'll be back for the final 44.2 seconds of the second quarter.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more with Smart Powerall. All-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
We're down to the last 44.2 period number 2 between Brother Schools Perpetual Help Laguna Saints and Perpetual Help System Delta Altas.
Now a 2-2-1 press applied by the Altas.
The white and navy of Perpetual Help Laguna now on the attack. Chloe Aguinaldo gives it up to John Magpali. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Another 3 for Aguinaldo, no good. And Jello Gelsano gets the board. 19 seconds remaining here in quarter number 2. Chance for Perpetual help Altas to write the last sentence of chapter number 2. JP Boral. Series of moves. Driving. 5 seconds remaining. Corner 3 on the way. Short. And the rebound by Perpetual help. And that ends quarter number 2 with no shot, no clear shot attempt there. And at the halftime break, it's 27-16 in favor of the Perpetual help Altas of the NCAA, while Perpetual help Laguna Saints trying to find answers right here. Stick around, we've got more Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024 Sweet 16 action when we return.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now. Go beyond with Smart. the country's fastest and best mobile network. With unlimited 5G data for 12 months. Unlimited text and calls for both mobile and landline. And unlimited Netflix mobile on us. All with Smart Postpaid's powerful SIM-only plan starting at $999. Get it on eSIM online, anytime, anywhere. Switch now and keep your number. Get the power to go beyond, only with Smart Postpaid.
Back inside the Enderun College Gym in Taguig City for your Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024 Sweet 16. At the halftime break, it's 27-16 in favor of the Perpetual Help Altas against their brothers from the south, the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. But before we continue, let's go to our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano, who has this interview with Perpetual Help Laguna Saints head coach, Victor Escudero.
Thank you so much, Diego. Good afternoon, mga kaliga. Before we proceed to the second half, beside me is the assistant coach from the Perpetual Saints, Sir Merlin. Sir Merlin. So, sir, can you share to us yung mga napag-usapan nyo kanina during your halftime huddle?
Ayun, medyo yung mga bata, siguro medyo naninibago ulit since yung kalaban namin is yung mother team namin. So, sinabihan lang namin na kailangan yung composure namin dun sa game. Medyo nararatel sila eh. Medyo nagmamadali. Well, since yung Perpetual rin talaga, iba rin talaga yung diin nila pagdating sa depensa at sa offense. So ayun, sabi lang namin, stay composed. Kumbaga yung game plan namin, i-apply lang namin.
Ayun po, sir. Meron po ba kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan sa mga nanonood ngayon?
So unang-una yun sa athletics department namin, headed by Dr. Michael Verdejo. Tapos yung athletics namin na coordinator, Coach Jeff Derequito. Kasama na rin si Vice Mayor Jel Alonte. Tsaka yung sponsor namin, yung Toho Logistics, si Sir Cedric Mendoza. Yun. Tsaka yung family ko, si Aiko, si Kian Matthew, at tsaka si Miko po.
Thank you so much, Sir Merlin. Once again, that is the assistant coach from the Perpetual Saints. Back to you, gentlemen.
Very much, Daphne Lozano, with that interview with the coaching staff of Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. Once again, at the halftime break, it's 27-16 in favor of the Perpetual Help Altas. As we take a look at some of our halftime stats. Free throw shooting here, 7 out of 8 for the Altas versus 1 out of 2 for Perpetual Help Laguna. And of course, as we see here, Martin, so many other stats here. Total domination by the Perpetual Help Altas.
I think the most glaring one for me has just been the domination on the rebounding department. Obviously, the Altas have a sizable advantage, but I think more than that, I feel like the Saints have just been outworked in this ballgame.
Yes, definitely outworked, outgunned, and out-hustled. And of course, Definitely the size advantage of the Perpetual help Altas showing here against their counterparts from Laguna.
And ayun na nga, parang sinabi nga ni Assistant Coach Merlin no? May intimidation factor, and we were talking about it at the break, no, Diegs, na for the Saints, obviously, the Altas are their mother team.
Yes.
So kailangan pa i-shake off yung kaba, kumbaga.
Yeah, definitely. Again, as I mentioned earlier, almost all the schools who are not competing in the NCAA or UAP are usually intimidated or starstruck when they're facing their counterparts from the NCAA or UAAP.
Exactly.
As you take a look at the quarter scoring, it was the 17-6 start that definitely paced this ball game, because in the second quarter it was an even 10-all. So basically both teams trading baskets with each other. And we're about to find out shortly if that will be the trend continuing forward. Once again, let's take a look at how these teams got here. Perpetual Laguna, they were able to make one of the first bracket-busting victories against the number 8 seed Centro Escolar University Scorpions, 76-72. While the Perpetual help Altas defeated the St. Dominic College of Asia Pikemen, one of their counterparts also down south in Las Piñas, 67-53.
And of course, we haven't really seen Joaquin Manlapas of the Saints get going here. So in the second half, I'd want to see him be a little bit more aggressive as they try to mount this comeback against their mother team of the Altas.
And Coach Victor Escoder told me actually a couple of players to look out for here includes Chloe Aguinaldo, John Magpali, Rashard Magsino, and Cesar Sandoval. So the duo of Magsino and Sandoval, the twin tower combo that he set.
So let's see if the Twin Towers can get going here for the Saints as we start the second half.
Right now the Altas on their set. Montemayor gives it up. The turnaround jumper no good for Jello Calzano, and what a putback for JP Boral. That was easy as pie for him.
And it goes back to what we were talking about during the half. Again, the Altas just controlling the boards, especially on the offensive end. Beautiful play.
Yeah, corner jumper is good for Cesar Sandoval. That's cash.
So with the defense played by the Altas on that 1-3-1, those short corner jumpers are going to be open for the Saints.
Shot clock winding down for the Altas, but they're still very much relaxed here. Corner three, no good. And here comes the Saints. They have been making their living on the fast break, but could not convert there. And now they're forced to go half court. Long three on the way. Short. And another rebound by JP Boral. Here comes Sean Orgo. Cross-court pass. Finds its way to Inigo Montemayor. The drive. Nice find by JP Boral. Now they go back to Montemayor with a floater.
Shot. Beautiful one-legged floater there from Montemayor.
And it's 31-18. Back to a Baker's dozen lead.
Ito yung mahirap sa Perpetual, no? Ang dami nilang weapons.
I think we should clarify that it's the Altas, because
The Altas.
there we go.
Sorry.
The jumper short for Chester Conde. Second try, still no good.
And you can feel that there's just a little bit of tension coming from the
Yes.
Saints. Na, well, as the assistant coach mentioned, they haven't been flowing in their game. May
Yes.
konting kaba pa.
8 minutes remaining here in quarter number 3. Orgo. Forward pass here to Jello Gelsano. 3 ball by JP Boral is short. And we have another foul whistled. And the foul is on Nigel Laxina. Seven minutes and 47 remaining here in the third period.
See what the Altas draw up here.
The inbound pass finds its way to Jericho Nunez. Sean Orgo. Shot clock down to 10. Boral. Great ball movement by the Altas, but they could not convert on a field goal attempt there.
Miscommunication on that pass from the Saints.
And now that turnover by the Saints turns into a Altas offensive set here. Nice find to the corner. Skip pass finds its way to Orgo. Shot clock down to 5. JP Boral the drive. The kick to the left corner, the 3.
That's
Well
way
short. Way short for Inigo Montemayor. That breeze just was felt through here.
May draft ata dito sa loob ng
Exactly.
Enderan.
That's right.
Ayun, namunos na lang kamay si Montemayor sa sahig.
I'm not sure if that works though. Sometimes I tried, but apparently it doesn't.
Yeah, right.
And Inigo Montemayor will have to sit on the bench.
Exactly. After that airball 3 there, taking a seat.
31-18. Jester Conde gives it up to Rashard Magsino. Lefty 3 on the way. Bang! Bang! Boom! Leonard Galay cuts this to a 10-point ball game.
Leonard Galay saying splash, trying to will his team back into this ball game.
Sean Orgo uses the screen there by Jericho Nunez. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Set shot 3. No good for Alan Maglupay. But look at that. 3-point play conversion for Jericho Nunez.
That Altas play of that high-low to that dunker spot kick out to the corner 3 has been working magic here for the Altas.
You've got to give it to the Altas here for the great ball movement, the patience on their offensive set. And there will be a lane violation against Jericho Nunez. As I was saying, so the patience on offense, the ball movement, the great ball movement right there. And of course, not to mention the way that they're willing to play their roles.
Oh. I mean, honestly, the Altas have just been putting on a clinic in terms of execution.
And right now, as early as now, I am feeling that the Altas will be one of the dark horses coming NCAA Season 100.
I agree.
Especially that the players are starting to buy into Coach Olsen Racella's system.
Kita mo talaga no? I mean, you can tell when a team is operating smoothly, and right now, the Altas looking like a well-oiled machine under head coach Olsen Racella.
Sean Orgo with a steal. The great kick out passing here. Corner 3, short. But the great offensive board from the shooter that was Christian Pagaran.
Another offensive board here for the Altas, just dominating.
Maglupay, nice find underneath.
Insane, that dunker spot cut.
Yeah. And this time around, the recipient there was Jello Gelsano.
Alan Maglupay with a beautiful pass.
Yes. And by the way, last season in NCAA Season 99, the Altas finished 5th place with a 10-8 record. That's a winning record, mind you, but not enough to unseat number 4 seed. I believe it was the Benil Blazers that finished 4th after the end of the elimination round.
And alam mo naman, Diggs, I'm sure for head coach Olsen, laging winning expectations naman yung sa kanya. So we expect nothing less but championship aspirations from head coach Olsen Racella.
35-21 is our count. A 14-point gulf between these two teams, and a near steal by Christian Pagaran.
Great defense there being shown by Christian Pagaran.
An 8-second backcourt violation against the Saints.
And the Saints have just been unable to figure out this half-court press of the Altas.
Past the halfway point of quarter number 3. Orgo gives it up. Drive by Maglupay. Corner kick. Nice find, but missed by Christian Pagaran. And here comes the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. Chloe Aguinaldo facing the defense of Sean Orgo. Nice find for that right
Great
wing 3.
defense again by Pagaran, skying up for that block on the 3-point attempt.
And it looks like we got a man down. That's John Magpali after trying to attempt that steal earlier. 35-21 with 4 minutes and 26 remaining here in quarter number 3. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone watching via the live stream. Good afternoon from Taguig City. And Sean, that was Sean Orgo shuffling his feet and dancing to the wrong beat.
A little bit too excited there
Yeah.
on the attack for Sean Orgo.
Down to the last 4 minutes of quarter number 3.
Now a 1-2-2 press being applied by the Altas.
Shot clock down to 10 here for the Saints. They dump it down low to Rashard Magsino. Magsino, the shot is good.
Tough move there from Magsino.
And quickly, like that, the Altas back on their offense. Christian Pagaran short on the 3.
Ayaw talaga. Third attempt there from Christian Pagaran. Still can't get it to fall.
Sean Orgo will check out, replaced by Josh Alcantara. Baseline inbound here by Pagaran. Quick find to Eman Pizarro. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Josh Alcantara gives it up to Alan Maglupay. Maglupay, the floater. But again,
Left to the pivot foot there.
yeah, he got caught dancing to the wrong song, you know. He was doing the cha-cha on the boogie.
A little bit too excited there on that move.
Yes. 3 minutes 10 remaining here in the third period, and back in the ball game is Richard Movida, replacing Mark Goho Cruz. 35-23.
Same press being applied here. A little bit of a 1-3-1.
The Saints here. The drive here by John Magpali, and there is a foul.
Stifling defense being showed here by the Altas.
Yes.
Saints haven't been able to figure it out here.
Yeah, it's so hard for the Saints here to get the rhythm going, especially if you've got a disciplined team like the Altas. Quick 2 on the way, and it's in and out for Jester Conde.
And what's tough here for the Saints is that even on defense, obviously they want to get out and run. But as you mentioned, the Altas, a very disciplined team on both ends, so they're unable to create those turnovers and push out on the break.
14 on the shot clock here for the Saints. Still trying to find an answer after all this time, and after having a hard time to start this ball game. And on the rebounding play, there is a foul. And it's on Perpetual. A holding foul on Josh Alcantara.
So now the Perpetual Altas in the penalty.
Yes, and before we proceed further with this ball game, let's go to our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano, for this report on the Perpetual Help Altas.
Coach Olsen Racela said to his boys, ituloy lang natin yung defense natin, stick tayo sa tao. With this, it can be noted that the Altas still aims to go down the aggressive route regardless of their opponents being outmatched. He also emphasized that they should not let their guard down but to still continue with the hustle and bustle they have been doing since the first half. Even if they are in the lead, Coach Olsen is still hands-on the sidelines and instructing his boys on the plays that they have to follow assertively. Back to you, Martin and Diego.
Lozano with that report on Perpetual Help Altas. And an air ball of a 3-point attempt there for Richard Movida. And
Pero ang ganda ng mentality ni Coach Olsen, no? Even with the lead, pedal to the metal pa rin.
And again, we are days away from NCAA season 100. That's why the Perpetual Help Altas are also, they're double time on their hustle to prepare for the upcoming season. But on the second try for Richard Movida, he finally knocks down that 3-point shot.
Specialty of the house here from Richard Movida. But again, as you mentioned, the Big Dance 2024 are just a great opportunity to continue to fine-tune for the rest of these teams preparing for their main leagues.
And we have a foul on that rebounding play involving Eman Pizarro. A minute and 27 remaining here in the third period. And just like that, our game has been quick up and down. But it has been favoring the Altas mostly.
It has swayed a little bit in the Altas, and mainly because they've just been so steady in their approach. Obviously applying a lot of pressure on the defensive end and just wreaking havoc on the Saints team.
Josh Alcantara gives it up to Cedric Abis. Broken play here for the Altas. Christian Pagaran still short on that three-point attempt. A minute remaining here in period number 3. Here come the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints.
Now the Altas back in the man-to-man defense.
Nice dump underneath. But the player there that was Rashard Magsino was not ready to receive it. Movida's pass got tapped away by John Magpali.
So definitely some chances here for the Saints, just unable to convert on the easy buckets as well.
Not only not able to convert, but definitely the height disparity, and of course the defensive prowess of Perpetual Help Altas showing its wares here. Movida missing the three-point attempt. 20 seconds remaining. The extra pass, nice find. Ooh, the double extra pass finds its way to Mark Malaka. The great two-man play between him and Leonard Galay.
And that's exactly what the Saints need to do to get back in this ball game.
6 seconds remaining.
Just exactly that. Let's see if they can convert here.
Near eye in the sky play. Cut there. 1 second remaining. And that ends quarter number 3. 38-27. An 11-point advantage for the Las Piñas-based Perpetual Help Altas. And they are 10 minutes away from booking their ticket into the round of 8. 38-27 for the Perpetual Altas. Don't go away. Fourth and final quarter of action coming your way here in the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024. And we are down to the final quarter of play between these two squads. And Martin, looks like my prediction was right. Both teams stalemate again for the last 2 quarters.
Oh. And as you could see, deadlock on quarter 2 and quarter 3. So
Yes.
again, we were just talking about in the break how it's been a low-scoring game, high defensive energy. So this is still an eternity of basketball. So there's still a chance here for the Saints to make a comeback.
Again, 11 points separating these two teams, 38-27 in favor of the Las Piñas-based Altas. 10 on the shot clock for the Laguna Saints. Manlapas, the jumper, doesn't fall through. And the rebound secured by JP Boral.
JP Boral just dominated the boards in this ball game.
Shot clock down to 15 for the Altas. Boral gives it out to Cedric Abis. They give it up to Axel Manuel.
Another
find
one of those
underneath.
backdoor passes.
The fadeaway jumper no good for Mark Goho Cruz. And a pushing foul against the Altas.
So again, chances here for the Saints.
Back in the ball game will be Jello Gelsano replacing Cedric Abis.
So again, back to that 1-3-1. Half-court press.
Malaka gives it up.
They're going to want to look for the short corner here.
10 seconds of the shot clock. The drive. The floater, no good for Richard Maxino. 4 on the shot clock for the Saints. Left corner jumper, no good. Doesn't even hit rim.
Some impeccable defense being shown here by the Altas. So disciplined.
Yes.
So tough to score on.
JP Boral backing down the defense, drives baseline. Nice find to the corner. 10 on the shot clock. They go back inside.
Beautiful
Boral, nice
ball
find.
Perfect execution there by the Altas.
Great extra pass there by Eman Pizarro.
Amazing, amazing. You could see Coach Olsen really happy with that play.
8 minutes and 10 remaining here in the fourth and final quarter. Nice find underneath to Rashard Maxino.
Maxino just eluding the defense there, sneaking in that basket.
Axel Manuel, cross-court pass to JP Boral. Manuel gets the ball back, shot clock down to 10. The drive by Boral. The kick out to the right corner. Off to the right.
Body on the
5
floor.
on the shot clock, and we have a man down for the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. Seven minutes and 39 remaining in this ball game.
Seems like that's Rashard Maxino.
Ah.
An inadvertent elbow, I think, to the face.
Yeah, so he's probably feeling like a James Bond martini, shaken and probably stirred.
Good to see Maxino getting up.
Yes.
Seems to be some blood
Yeah.
coming from his eye.
Okay, that doesn't look good though.
Hope that he's all right here.
Definitely. Again, the safety of our players it is the utmost priority,
Yes,
of course.
Of course.
Right now, our courtside reporter Daphne Lozano will go get some updates on Rashard Maxino as we have a quick break in the action.
Pero kita mo rin dito, Diegs, in this matchup. Yes, it's a physical game, but you can see that there's a lot of respect between both
Yes.
teams. Of
As-
course.
As they say, physical but not dirty.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, so let's set up our games for this for the rest of the day this afternoon. Number 11, Guangming College Flying Dragons against number 6 seed, Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix. And then in our main event, it will be an all NCAA showdown. Number 5 seed, Mapua Cardinals against the number 12 seed, Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals. Of course, our colleagues here will be doing the action for the rest of the day.
Magandang matchup din yun eh, no?
Yes, definitely. You know, if I only had the time, probably I would have wished to be calling that Mapua EAC matchup.
That Mapua EAC.
Yes, definitely.
And obviously the Team A players suiting up as well, so that's going to be an exciting matchup.
Oh,
A little
yes.
bit of an NCAA preview.
Definitely.
So, Diegs, I do have to ask you,
Yeah.
who is your favorite to win the first ever Big Dance 2024?
Oh my. I've got to be a little biased here because gotta be a little. You can't discount the San Beda Red Lions.
Of course.
You
I
know.
was just about to say.
Yeah, San Beda Red Lions. After looking at the bracket, I'm seeing that they're one of the 4 teams that got the bye to the round of 16, and I feel that they have the ability and the tools to go all the way. But If I were to pick a dark horse.
Dark horse, yun yung mga gusto ko.
Okay, let's take a look at the bracket. Let's see the remaining members of the bracket because I need a little refresher here.
Of course. I have myself a dark horse, pero sige, I'll see it after
Yes.
you.
Yeah, but I know. But here's a clue. One of the dark horses that I'm seeing is the team that's to our right. I'm seeing that the Perpetual Help Altas can be a dark horse. Especially that up next it will be either the Letran Knights or the JRU Heavy Bombers.
Matindi yung laban eh, no?
Of course, we still have 7 minutes and 35 remaining. You know, barring a miracle of epic proportions, the Altas will move on to the next round to face either the Knights or the Heavy Bombers.
So I totally agree with you. I think San Beda for me as well is probably my favorite to win it. But the Perpetual Altas have just been looking like a well-oiled machine here. So definitely in that dark horse category here. In the first ever Big Dance 2024.
The Saints about to lose their shot clock. And a miss there. And here comes JP Boral. Axel Manuel. Back to Boral. Shot clock down to 15. Manuel kicks it out here to Mark Goho Cruz for 3. No good. And the rebound by JP Boral. 10 seconds on the shot clock and a steal by the Saints.
Chances here for the Saints.
4 and 5 fast break here. Now they go back to full strength. John Magpali gives it up to Joaquin Manlapas. They go to the corner. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Manlapas, the drive. Tried to pass it off, but turns the ball over instead.
Running into a brick wall there. Again, the Altas just walling up so well in this ball game.
And look at that. Richard Jello Gelsano with that long 2.
Jello Galzano showing the range here for the Altas.
42-29 for the Altas.
Again, the Altas reverting back to the 1-3-1 half-court press, which the Saints still haven't figured out.
Great ball movement here by the Saints, but met up top. And great defensive stop by the Altas.
The Altas have done such a good job of walling up without fouling. Just posing to be such an elite defensive team here in the Pinoy Liga Cup.
JP Boral gives it up to Jello Gelsano. And that post move by Jericho Nunez in the nick of time.
Easy pickings for Jericho Nunez.
And we've got a timeout by the Perpetual Health Laguna Saints. And we'll be right back with more Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the big dance action. Welcome back to the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024. Right now it's the Perpetual Help Altas with a runoff here, 44-29 against their counterparts from Laguna, the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. But with an update here on one of the players of the Saints, that's Rashard Magsino. Let's go to our courtside reporter, Daphne Lozano.
Rashard Magsinok from the Perpetual Biñan Saints was hit by his opponent's elbow, which resulted to him having a cut in the side of his left eye. Our medical personnel took him to immediate care by cleaning the cut and applying bandage afterwards. Once he is treated, he is still willing to play for the team, and he also said that he only feels some stinging sensation in the side of his eye, and he does not feel dizzy, which is a good sign. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, Daphne Lozano, for that update. And it seems like Rashard Magsino got a boxer's cut.
Oh,
Yan. That's the term. That's the term for that cut above the
right above the eyeball.
above the eye. Yeah. So he's still willing to play, but at this point though, would you are you willing to risk him? But well, he's now in the ball game. Question is though, are you willing to risk his long term though
Oh, so
for this one, especially that this might be a little bit out of hand at this
exactly.
point.
But of course, Richard Magsino showing the heart here for the Saints.
And he scores immediately coming off the bench.
Exactly, and it seems like he might have heard us. Richard Magsino saying, "Don't worry, I got these guys."
4 minutes and 14 remaining. The drive here by Sean Orgo. Nice bounce pass. The extra passing here by Perpetual Help. I am really impressed with the way that they're running their offense here. Smooth,
Yes.
free flowing and full of confidence.
Just amazing ball movement. You can see the trust that they have in each other. And again, that's just a testament to the coaching and the system that Coach Olsen has applied here for the Altas.
Okay, so a little bit of light moments here at the court side. Before that last timeout was called by Perpetual Help Laguna, Coach Olsen Rosella was taken aback because he thought that he called the timeout, but he forgot that both teams are Perpetual Help by name.
So ito na nga eh, seeing double nga tayo dito eh, no?
Yes.
So some good and fun moments in here behind the panel here.
Less than 4 minutes remaining. And Coach Olsen Rosella still as intense as ever.
Oo.
10 seconds on the shot clock. It's like they're defending by committee here, closing out on possible shooters by quickly double teaming them.
Kulang na lang pumasok si Coach Olsen sa court eh, no?
Exactly. Chloe Aguinaldo gives it up. 4 on the shot clock.
Beautiful pass.
Nice find underneath to Cesar Sandoval.
Sandoval, right place, right time there.
He's not always there when you call, but he's always on time.
Exactly.
Sean Orgo. Trying to find an opening here. Gives it to the corner. The handoff by Jello Galzano. Montemayor. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They need to put a shot up. Montemayor. Extra pass. But a little too late for Christian Pagaran to receive. A little too much unselfishness on that play.
Exactly. A little too much ball movement there, leading to a short jumper and of course a shot clock violation on the Altas part. But you just love to see it. That's a good problem to have if you are a coach. Yung masyado mabait, masyado nag-share yung bola.
Yeah. I think that's a I don't know. I don't know if it's either a good problem or something something strange, a strange problem to have. 2.5 remaining as we are entering midnight hours of this ball game. Cesar Sandoval with that mid-range jumper.
So it's going to be the last push here for the Saints to try and mount a miracle comeback here with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left.
And we have a foul against the Perpetual Help Altas. Oh, correction. The foul was against the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. Baseline. Oh, okay. So it will be Perpetual Help Laguna Saints possession.
Again, there seems to be some confusion here in the calling of timeouts because obviously both teams are called Perpetual.
Okay, so now the Perpetual Help Altas called the timeout after a string of confusion there. The Altas still had 3 timeouts remaining, and we'll be back with the final 2 minutes and 16 of this ball game. Back inside Enderun College's gymnasium here in Taguig City, 46-35 is our count in favor of the Perpetual Help Altas. 2 minutes and 16 remaining in this ball game. And Coach Olsen Rasala burned one of his 3 timeouts remaining here in the second half, just to tighten up the screws, so to speak. And coming up next, it will be Guangming College Flying Dragons, the 11th seed, against the number 6 seed, Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix. Great defensive gem there.
Again,
by
the
Christian-
defensive prowess being shown here by the Altas.
Yes. Credit that steal to Christian Pagaran. And now Pagaran steps into a 3. Bang! Bang! Boom! Man, oh man! The Altas are rolling. And the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints burn possibly their last timeout of the ball game. Coach Victor Escudero not happy with that sequence. We'll be right back.
Finally.
This is your Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024 Sweet 16 round. The Perpetual Help Altas, 1 minute and 49 away from eliminating their brothers, Perpetual Help Laguna Saints, and turning their Cinderella story into the proverbial pumpkin.
So, it's been all Perpetual Altas basketball so far in this ball game. Medyo low scoring ball game tayo ngayon, Diggs.
Yes, definitely. Definitely, especially that we saw great defensive jobs on both ends. But it was the first quarter start of the Perpetual Altas that changed the complexion of the game altogether.
Obviously, the Perpetual Saints finding ways to get back in this ball game, just unable to find that final punch to get back fully into this ball game, at least.
Yeah, definitely. That is, as they say, it's sometimes it's not how you start, it's how you finish. But the Perpetual Altas showed that it's how you start and how you finish that matters. And the bad box out there by the Altas. 3 launched and connects for Rashard Magsino. And a turnover. Oh no. So Sean Orgo did not have any help right there. A minute and 21 remaining. And here comes Sean Orgo.
You can see head coach Olsen on the sidelines, just still showing that passion for the Altas team.
Nice find underneath the basket to Jericho Nunez, but no good. Ball will stay on the side of the Perpetual Help Altas.
And of course, a big shout out to the Pinoy Liga Cup team, taking such good care of us here.
Oh yes, definitely. Definitely giving us a great good care, and of course, making our jobs easier here at the
Most
panel.
definitely.
10 on the shot clock. Great ball movement by the Altas. The drive by JP Boral.
Beautiful move there.
Icing on the cake for the Altas. Ooh. And JP Boral with a little dangerous play there, but a little playful smile with Mark Malaka there.
And then that's exactly what we were talking about a while ago. You can see that this game is physical, but you still see that level of care and sportsmanship towards one another as JP Peral wrapped up that Saint spirit to protect him from falling.
Yeah, that was Mark Malaka to be exact. And a baseline inbound here for the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. 40 seconds remaining and the jumper is no good. Ball will remain here with the white and navy of Perpetual Help Laguna. .7 remaining here in the game clock. Nice find here to John Magpali. Magpali defended by Boral. Magpali takes it strong to the cup, no good. And the rebound by Jericho Nunez.
Looks like it's gonna be the Altas pulling away with the win here.
And we have a turnover by the Altas. And Perpetual Help Laguna Saints call their final timeout. And we'll be right back with the final 19.4 seconds of this ball game.
Get 8 gigabytes of all-access power.
To do it all.
Plus only TikTok to scroll and share non-stop. Power, work, life, and more. With Smart Power all-access data now up to 90 days. Load now.
Up next in our Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance Sweet 16. Number 11 seed Guangming College Flying Dragons versus the number 6 seed Lady of Fatima College Phoenix. Our colleagues Chris King de la Cruz and Justin Almeida will be doing the final 2 ball games of the day. We'll be handing it off to them shortly. But for now, we still got business at hand. 19.4 seconds remain in this sibling rivalry between Perpetual Help Laguna and Perpetual Help Altas of Las Piñas.
And I think just an overall great effort here, of course, by the Saints. Probably gonna fall short in this ball game, but I think they can take away a lot of great things from this ball game and overall from this tournament. Obviously, this isn't their main league, so again, it goes back to just getting this priceless experience for these players as they prepare for the NCAA South.
The inbound here finds its way to Chloe Aguinaldo. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Leonard Galay. Nice find inside. And it's a shot clock violation against the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. 5.3 remaining. 5.3 remaining, and the Altas will just dribble it out. Your final score, 51-38. And it will be Perpetual Help of Las Piñas winning this sibling matchup here in the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance 2024 Sweet 16. And Martin, your final thoughts on this ballgame?
A great defensive showcase by both teams here. Of course, the Altas coming up big with the win, just proving to be too much, especially inside the paint.
Right, so the Perpetual Help Altas will move on to face the winner of the matchup between the Letran Knights and RU Heavy Bombers.
Oh, matinding laban din yun.
As we take a look at the other end of the bracket, the Enderan College Titans will face the winner of either ICC Blue Hawks or the Adamson Soaring Falcons. As we see the Perpetual Help Altas singing their school hymn after that ball game. Actually, both teams.
Two-in-one package na.
Yes, that's right. So once again, coming up next here in the Big Dance this afternoon, 11th seed Guangming College Flying Dragons versus the number 6 Our Lady of Fatima College Phoenix, and the number 5 Mapua Cardinals of Intramuros will face the number 12 seed Emilio Aguinaldo College Generals.
Yeah. And I'm really fascinated by this next matchup. Guangming College plays an exciting brand of basketball. So Our Lady of Fatima College Phoenix gonna have a tough matchup here as well.
Yeah, so again, it was a beautiful battle between these two brother schools singing the same hymn. And somehow it's giving me goosebumps because this is what college basketball is all about.
And what I loved in this matchup again is, yes, they played a hard-fought battle, but again, you could see that level of sportsmanship, respect, and care that the players had for one another. So again, just kahit ako napapag-goosebumps na rin ako dito, Degs. So just a beautiful sight to see, and it's an honor calling this game with you as well, Diego.
Yeah, thank you very much, Martin Daes, for accompanying me through the first two ball games of this Thursday, August 8th, 2024, here in the Sweet 16. As we take a look, once again, the final score is 51-38. The Perpetual Help Altas of Las Piñas victorious over the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints. So we'll find out our best player of the ball game shortly from the side of the Altas, and right now it's no surprise who our courtside reporter Daphne Lozano is bringing out as we take a look at the quarter scoring. So basically balanced throughout the last three quarters, but once again, it was that first quarter run set off by the words of Coach Olsen Rosella that set the tone for the rest of the ball game.
100%. Obviously, kumbaga, once they had that lead, they just kind of protected home base, and they did so again with that stifling defense that the Saints just couldn't break.
I think taking a page out of football terminology, it's like Perpetual Help Alta scored first and then they just parked the bus the rest of the way.
Exactly.
And now let's go to our courtside reporter Daphne Lozano as she is about to interview our best player of the ball game from the Perpetual Help Altas, JP Boral.
Thank you so much, Diego. Magandang tanghali, mga kaliga. I am now beside our best player of the game from the Perpetual Altas, JP Boral, with 12 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double performance from him. So congratulations, JP, on your win. So how does it feel na finally you cleared the Sweet 16 round and now you will be proceeding sa Elite 8 round kung saan nakalaban nyo yung kapwa Perpetualite nyo? How does it feel?
Siyempre masaya kami kasi nakalaban namin yung mga Perpetualite din. At saka it's a privilege na makalaro sila, siyempre. Nasa NCAA South sila, ganyan. So kaya pinagigihan namin maglaro para may pakita namin yung laro namin.
Ayan, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan sa mga nanonood ngayon?
Siyempre binabati ko yung Perpetual community na laging sumusuporta sa amin every game. Tsaka yung family ko sa province, na kahit malayo sila, nanonood pa din sila. And kay Jello Grisano at sa tropang kay Sean Orgo. Siyempre, bumabati din ako sa Tamayo family. And din sa soon to be my jowa.
Thank you so much, JP. Once again, that is our best player of the game. Back to you, Diego and Martin.
Zano with that interview with our best player of the ball game, JP Boral, 12 points and 10 rebounds. As we take a look at our game highlights from that Sweet 16 matchup between Perpetual Help Altas and the Perpetual Help Laguna Saints, brought to you by Smart. And once again, Martin, your final thoughts on this ball game between these two brother schools.
So again, just a great showcase here by the Perpetual Altas. And it's funny because as head coach Olsen just passed by, pumirit kami ni Diego na ang ganda ng defense, but Of course, for head coach Olsen, he wants to continuously improve, and now he's looking to work on the offensive end of things. So it's going to be exciting to see the Altas continue on in this tournament.
All right, and that does it for us. Once again, the final score, 51-38 for the Perpetual Help Altas. Up next, it will be the number 11 seed Guangming College Flying Dragons versus the number 6 seed Our Lady of Fatima College Phoenix in the Sweet 16 round of your Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance. On behalf of my partner Martin Daez, our courtside reporter Daphne Lozano, this has been Diego Del Paz signing off for now. This is the Big Dance, the bells of the ball, the cream of the crop that rises to the top. This is your Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, the Big Dance, where we will find out the team that will become number 1.